we now have Professor S.K. Varshine to be with this topic, Research Opportunities, Landscape Views of Fellowships and Project Grants. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. And I'm here once again. So I think we have had two presentations so far, and both were unique in their own thing. One, how to write, and second, how to be ethical. And both has its merit. Now I'm going to showcase you some of the landscape view of research funding. But I must admit that this is not complete. I have tried to cover most of the central grants. I have tried to cover some of the very popular international grants, but I am not good at state level grants. I am not good in disciplines other than science, engineering and medicine. So social sciences may probably get little lesser treatment. Yeah. Social sciences may get little lesser, but I still hope I could give something for each one of you. My suggestion is, you should remain focused. As grants are very, very competitive, you should target only 2 or 3 in a year. Then you can remain focused. If you are targeting everything on, which is available on the wall, then probably you are missing the punch. So please be focused and identify which scheme you are going to target, and then make a approach. There are several funding agencies in our country, so most of them are federal. Once again, let me say that it's not a complete list. It is only a suggestive list, and several agencies at different stretch of time would be making call for the proposals. What you have to remember, most of the calls are annual in character. So if you feel time available for this year call is rather short, you could plan a better application for the next year. As I said in the morning also, it is important that we convince referees that we are the right candidate. So you need to make at least 1 or 2 good publications in the area where you are going to make your new proposal. Besides national grants, there are several international grants. We'll briefly discuss some of the most popular grants which are available to our researchers. Now, let us first see what are the types of grants. So one is fellowship or internships. So these are to one category or virtually for everyone, but then these are the grants. Second is exposure grants, which is good for networking, workshop, seminar. Then you also get grants which are given to individuals, grants for targeted faculties, grants which are based on gender, institutional research grants, and then international connects. So there are several possibilities we could explore. Let us first discuss research fellowships. In this section, I would like to discuss doctoral fellowship because many of you are having doctoral students, so you should look for that. Postdoctoral fellowship, you can consider hosting the postdoctoral candidates. Research internships. So most of the fellowships our people are applying, we need to keep certain things in mind, like projects. For fellowship also there is an assessment, and normally except fellowship which you get by writing the examination, other fellowships are considered on certain parameters. So one of the parameter is what is the research idea, what the candidate would like to do. depending upon duration of the fellowship, it could be 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, candidate need to plan what they would like to do. Second is how you are going to deliver that. So you should know the kind of facility which are required, kind of discussions, kind of expertise you need to consult. So you need to plan all those things. So normally to doctoral and postdoctoral candidate, I am suggesting, if you are planning to go in a laboratory you have not worked earlier, read what kind of work they are doing, where is their interest, and then plan your research accordingly. Third thing is connect with the society. As I said in the morning also, people are now increasingly looking at it. And then the reference letter. You know, especially if you are going to a system who does not understand how students are evaluated here, they would like to bank upon something more than mark sheet. Mark sheet is not a true reflection of the candidate's potential. Some universities are too liberal in giving marks. Some other universities are too conservative. So basically, they would like to see opinion of a person who has seen the candidate directly. And obviously, students feel most comfortable taking such letter from their teachers. One thing, whenever you are giving reference letter, try to make it a balanced one. You should highlight strength of the individual. What are the strength? If you can also highlight what are the research questions the fellow is trying to work upon, and also highlight the areas where he requires or she requires more exposure. So that way you can make it more balanced one. Then obviously for fellowship you would like to see individuals' publications and also the academic record. So if you could make this clear thing, we could discuss. Now first thing is Khorana Fellowship. This is for biological student, by any kind of life sciences. They could go to US and all expenses are taken care of by Department of Biotechnology. Similarly, there is one more fellowship, it's called Better Way. So a student could go, our student could go to University of Southern California. Right now that call is on. So computer science, electronics, student could go for that fellowship. Besides, a lot of other internship opportunity by US, by Germany, by France, by UK, they are available. So I just put one for the sample to tell you that there are opportunity for international exposure, for internship purposes, even to our undergrad students. Our undergrad students also have an opportunity to try out their idea if it is worth market. So there is an initiative called NIDHI, National Initiative for Development and Harnessing of Innovation. So it's there at the student level. If any of you have developed product and would like to try it, you could go for Nidhi Priyas, then you can go for incubations. So of course, there are several steps in the startup ladder, but before going for startup, a student can get Nidhi Award, Nidhi Student Award, and faculty like you could get Nidhi Priyas Award. Then I need not to tell you about GRF, SRF, and RA. These are standard research staff you can hire in projects supported by them, supported by any funding agency. Of course, there are some independent exam also one could write. Now, during PhD, there are several exposure which are possible. So, our student up to a period of 6 months could go abroad. Normally, they are preferring second or third year PhD student. There is a reason, because in first year, student is busy in doing coursework, finalizing or shaping up research question for PhD. And in third year and fourth year and fifth year, they are looking towards submissions. So our goal is second or third year PhD students. Second thing, these exposures are not meant to drive them away from PhD. So whatever research idea, research plan you are writing, it should be in the sync with your PhD goal. So there is a lot of Max Planck institutions which are inviting from time to time. Fulbright or USIF, they make their application sometime in May. Newton is for United Kingdom. Raman Chapak right now open for France. And then industrial fellowship for industry exposure to our students in Germany, a program by Indo-German Science and Technology Center. So these are by different agencies, but they can give your student 2 months to 6 months exposure in those respective countries that you could look for. There are companies like Google. Google is just an example. It could be any, for example, Asian Paints. So they are supporting PhD in their respective. So Google obviously would support in computer science. Asian Paint will support in paint technology or chemical technologies. So depending upon area of the company, you will get full support for research. I'm sorry, it's running. Now, there are, once you complete the doctoral program, there are postdoctoral program. Now, in postdoctoral program, which is subject to your successful being awarded PhD degree, they start considering it from the time you submit. So after submission, you can apply for postdoctoral fellowship. There are programs like Vice Kiran, which is open only for the ladies. Inspire Faculty Award, I think call has just got closed. It is on a competitive basis. DBT Research Associate and MK Bhan program, CSIR Research Associate, ICMR, All India Council for Technical Education, Agriculture Research, Tribal Affairs, Rashtriya Uchchata Shiksha Abhiyan, under which this program is being organized, and ICSSR, they all offer postdoctoral positions. IITs offer IPDF, Institutional Postdoctoral Fellowship. UGC Kothari Fellowship, Single Child Fellowship, Space and Atomic Energy also offer fellowship. Now, we must understand, these are not job. These are temporary placement for a period up to 2 years. These are the period where these candidates have to start learning independent research. So they have done PhD, they have done work under a supervisor. So even for PDF, there is a mentor, but mostly they are independent. They are expected to formulate their own questions and start working. PDF normally is not given at an institute from where you have done PhD. So you need to go to another. So idea is you have learned enough from one school of thought. Now it is time to move to another school of thought and prove yourself. There is a portal called fellowships.gov.in which is providing information on postdoctoral fellowship by Science Ministry. I hope Science Ministry, DST, DBT, DSIR, which is having CSIR also, then Atomic Energy, Space, which are included. I don't know how many of you are here from medical research. One. So, okay, there are programs even for students, program for fellowships, short term, long term. either to go outside or to work in India. Clinical scientists, non-clinical scientists, postdoctoral fellowship, all things are being provided by ICMR. So you can carry any of those goals. So they are providing Women Scientist Scheme, PIO, Startup Grant. So I would recommend you to look at this HRD page of ICMR where several programs for people coming from medical sciences are listed. Now coming to overseas exposure for postdoctoral research, there are several programs which are being offered to Indian researchers. And these programs, there is no reservation for India. They are globally competitive. So one need to compete and apply for them. So Marie Curie Fellowship is one of the most prestigious European fellowship. UCFI bring Fulbright Fellowship. Humboldt Fellowship is from Germany. There is also a Newton Fellowship from UK. Then Austria, a specific fellowship for mathematicians from European Consortia and SIMPA. And then Japan and Saudi Arabia. Just giving some examples. There are many more to be offered, but idea is you should know that if you have proven your potential at national level during your PhD, it is time for you to compete for international fellowships. And all of these fellowships are very prestigious, and once you get it, they get attached to, they get suffixed to your biodata. I am a Newton Fellow, I am a Fulbright Fellow, I am a Humboldtian, I have got Marie Curie. You know, they are your introduction. So even at faculty level, there are some grants available. And these are by ICMR, Erasmus Mundus, right now call is open. Germany, you can go for small grants. France, you can go for a small grant, and Fulbright. So these are awards for the faculty. Again, not completely, just a suggestive that you could go for a short exposure of 1 month, 3 months, 6 months under any. Now for both full PDF and this, and even for PhD, when we are talking overseas exposure, it essentially means you need to identify a host lab where you would be working. Then you need to discuss with faculty what would be the research you would be doing, because then only your proposal would be evaluated. And then there are some more overseas opportunity for faculty and researchers. India is member of Human Frontier Science Program and European Molecular Biology Program. Now, I must say, they may sound like biology program, but even non-biological subjects like computer science, physics, chemistry, they could also participate. As long as you have an impact on biology or on the human being, you can participate. Agencies like NIHR from UK, they offer global challenges. Company like IBM, they also offer global challenges. And then there is a paired fellowship with Germany. So if you could find a German counterpart with whom you could do a pairing, so you can avail this fellowship for a longer period. So this is just to give you an idea about NIHR program, that although it is from UK, but it is addressed to India, and there is a grant of £750,000, which you can participate. So this is just one idea you can look for. Now let us discuss the other program like exposure program. So one is Lindau meeting. Lindau meeting is meeting with the Nobel laureates. It's a very unique opportunity for our students. We are looking for master's student, doctoral student, postdoctoral student. This is cyclic in order. 1 year physics, 1 year chemistry, then biology and medicine. And accordingly, we are picking up the candidate. So normally 2 weeks program. 1 week, they listen to the lectures by the Nobel laureate. Second week, they interact with Nobel laureates. So nearly 40 countries are participating. So each country may make a request that with whom they would like to interact, and accordingly time is allotted. BRICS Young Scientist Program. So India is going to have next year BRICS presidency, and as a president, holding as a presidency, we will decide what would be the theme of discussions. And we shall invite young scientists from all the BRICS member countries who will make discussions. Similarly, they are also having BRICS Young Innovator Prize. So our youngsters doing innovation could participate in Young Innovators meetings. Asian Science Camp, this is for the undergrads. So you can send your students to participate in Asian science camps. Each year it is happening in different Asian cities. All Asian countries are sending their students for such thing. Then we get requests for participation in international seminar, conferences. Several agencies are supporting it. And since these are standalone, these are given once in 3 years. And these are not complete. So normally, like for ANRF, it is divided into 2 parts. Age 35 and above, they are given international fare, which includes visa cost and medical insurance. Under 35, they are also providing support to for registration, which should take care of accommodation and food. Order of priority is passive participation is not supported. So at least you should have poster presentation. More preferred would be oral presentation. Still, better preference would be if you are invited to deliver a talk or you are chairing a session. So that is the order of priority. But depending upon your subject, you can go to anything. I'm sorry, ANRF logo, it's an old logo of ANRF here. So now ANRF has changed its logo recently. Then there are opportunities which you can consider, like organizing workshops. So I have just think 1 or 2 call. So this would be closing on 31st January. So if you could find out a German partner and develop a conference. Now remember, the word is Indo-German. It should not be Bharatidasan and counterpart. No. We are looking participation from all over. So whatever theme you are choosing, choose appropriate representative of the country who could participate. Similarly, there is grant to France, even workshop one could do, and this is good for both young and senior faculty. They could go and participate. There are several short visits within country. That is also possible. So what happens that our science academies, INSA, NASI, and IAS, they provide opportunity to the student that during summers they could carry out their experiments anywhere in the country. To the faculty, INSA provides. So there is a short fellowship of 1 month, INSA is providing. Then there are a lot of inter-university consortia created by UGC, dedicated with some equipment facilities. For example, if we are talking about inter-university consortia in Pune, it is for astronomy and astrophysics. If we are talking in Delhi, it is for accelerators. If we are talking for Indore, it is for DAE facilities. So depending upon the subjects, they have created 12 such consortia, IUC, they are popularly known as. You could consider participating there. And then of course summer and winter schools are another options. Now coming to the grants, obviously we'll start first with the individual grants. Early career. Now this is right now open from ANRF. This is meant for those fellows who have recently completed their PhD and the first joining on regular capacity after February 2023. And what I'm trying to say, this is not the only grant. There are similar grants by DBT, ICMR, CSIR, Wellcome Trust. So a lot of agencies are trying to encourage young scientists. Idea is this would be their first independent grant. They should think how they would like to set up their laboratory. Don't start very big. That because in your PhD you have worked on a 2 crore equipment, so your new laboratory should have 2 crore equipment. No. You have to make a humble beginning. You need to put it brick by brick. So this grant has a limitation in terms of money up to rupees 60 lakh, which is spread over 3 years. So you need to plan what kind of start you would like to do. This call is closing on 2nd December. Now those who are unable to meet a startup grant or early career grant, they could go for core grant, which is called advanced research grant. All subjects under science, technology, engineering, medicines are covered. So you can go, and then there are several organizations like DBT, Wellcome Trust, ICMR, CSIR, DRDO, Earth Sciences, other like MIT, they are providing such grants. Obviously, these grants are very, very competitive, so you need to plan accordingly. And then there is inclusivity research grant. This is primarily for those who are coming from weaker section of the society. So this is again on the early career program, like up to rupees 60 lakh, it is being provided. Then those who are established worker in their own field, they have created a name, they could go for JC Bose grant. It's again like I mentioned overseas fellowship. This is one of the prestigious grant you can carry, and if you can add to your biodata that I am a JC Bose awardee. And those who have completed their natural inning and after their superannuation they would like to work for the science, they could go for Prime Minister Research Fellowships. Now here ANRF has brought in another concept. We have started a new scheme called PAIR, which I will discuss little later under institutional grant. So they would like these faculty to guide faculty under PAIR program how to do research, how to write proposal, and how. On the same line, there is another scheme from All India Council for Technical Education for engineering faculty. Then those of you who are from biology, biotechnology, and who are doing product-oriented research, they could go for Tata Innovation Fellowship. Now, these fellowships are offered by DBT and Tata Trust together, and they would encourage you to work on TRL 3 onwards, 3 to 5, 3 to 6, you could work. Then the areas where various government agencies would like you to work. Now, so far we have discussed, no area was mentioned, but now specific areas made by, so one of the most popular is IRFA. So each year department identifies high priority. Okay, so for example, this year we have identified MedTech. That was one priority. So medical technology, how you would like to work on. And second call they have made is artificial intelligence for science and engineering. Again, here they have given focus. For example, science and AI for science and science for AI for engineering design and assorted materials development, AI for weather and climate, AI for bio and life science. So each year this priority would change and you will have more specific call. So you could look for high priority call. Then these are the list of areas where various government departments are working. So this is a list from Department of Science and Technology, working in climate change, carbon sequestration, green energy, water technology, cyber physical system, supercomputing, nanoscience. So a lot of areas DST has identified. DBT has identified like biomedical engineering, but when they say biomedical engineering, they are focused for diagnostic, therapeutics, and assistive technology. They are also focused on bio designs. And then they are working in genetics, rare genetic disorder, quantum biotechnology, AI in healthcare, biosafety, biofuels, and vaccine action plan. So these are priority of Department of Biotechnologies. When we are talking about agriculture, ICR has a very interesting program, and this National Agriculture Science Fund is available to faculty like you who are not from ICR system but are still working in agricultural domain. ICMR has identified several diseases on which they would like to support. So if your research is in any of the disease area, you could go for ICMR thing. So their priority list is also available on this portal. So ICMR, these disease-oriented research they are looking for. Earth science, I'm sorry, sometimes it moves faster. So Earth science has identified 5 core areas: atmospheric sciences, geosciences, seismology, ocean science, hydrology, earth science systems. So we can discuss, like in weather science, weather, climate and ocean service, they are looking to improve forecasting of weather, understand Indian monsoon, climate and natural hazards such as cyclones, tsunami and heat waves. And since you are living very close to the coast, all of them affects you. And I hope yesterday I saw the marine department and also maybe geography or geology department, they are looking at it. So they are trying to build capabilities, try to bring in the collaborations, sustain long-term efforts, and they have launched a special program like Mission Motion to understand weather and climate science and how ocean system influence them. They are now also looking into economy. So a big program on deep ocean missions and blue economy. So now we can go up to 6,000 meters below the mean sea level and do a lot of studies and collect materials also. Then polar science is very interesting. Of course, we are interested in Arctic and Antarctica, also trying to understand Himalaya, which we are calling as third pole. And then we are trying to, Arctic and Antarctic, they are unpolluted laboratories. We are trying to understand various systems over there. Then hardcore geology and seismology. We are looking for seismic hazards, landslides and slope stability, crystal evaluation, mineral deposits, and hydrocarbons. So several things we are looking for. Hydrology and critical zone, of course, water is a very, very important subject. Trying to understand how various systems are operating. So these are research priority from Ministry of Earth Sciences. Now coming to gender-based initiatives, we are trying to improve number of female workers, and there are several programs like DST Wise Kiran. SERV Power right now is not there. SERV has been replaced by ANRF, and ANRF has to announce. DBT Biocare and CSIR Aspire. So these provides research grants to run projects at various levels, like doctoral level, postdoctoral level. You could get research grants from there. WISER and CEFIPRA provides. It provides you 6 months to 1 year connection with Germany or France. And then we have got a Schlumberger Foundation, which is supporting ladies to do PhD in third country. So not in your home country, some other country you can do PhD. Also there is a platform called iSTEM, which is helping ladies in carrying out their research experiments. So this is being run by PSA office, and idea is if they could help ladies in taking their research to a meaningful conclusion. There are women technology park. So women exclusive park, if you would like to try how to take your research to next level of developing products and taking it to the market. Institutional grants. Now we should look for those institutional grants. Sometimes this is, So one is Star College. So this is from Department of Biotechnology, basically to help you in creating a very good undergrad laboratories. Idea is our undergrad student also should get exposed to modern equipment and they should be working on all those facilities. Then there is a program called FIST, which is done at departmental level. So collectively you need to work out what would be the theme of research you would like to do and what kind of equipment you would need for the purpose. There are special programs like Curie, if it's only a women university, or PERS, which is based on your academic performance also. On the same line, DBT has got a program called Builder. So if you are trying to create infrastructure in biosections, you can use Builder program. Then there are a lot of agencies which are supporting creation of innovation and incubation facility in the campuses. This is a link from DST, but then DBT, MSME, DPIIT, MSD, there are several agencies which are supporting such ventures. And this is a pair program. This is one of the new programs where we have tried to connect our premier institution with institution in NIRF list up to 200, so that we could nurture the second tier student. And that is where I was saying that Prime Minister professorship is a bridge between these two. Sorry. Then biotech parks. Across the country there are several biotech parks. Your student could go, you could go and try out your new products. This was a program by SERB. ANRF has not announced it, but here the idea was that faculty of state universities who have research questions but do not have research facility, they could also go and work in some central institution for a limited period. So I hope it is revived soon. And then this is a two program, Ramanujam Fellowship and Ramalinga Swami, to attract young postdocs who are currently abroad and they would like to return to India. So you can use these two programs to invite them. Ramalinga Swami is only for bio subjects. Ramanujam is open for all STEM subjects. Vaibhav, it is to attract best of the Indian diaspora to come and work with us. Of course, they cannot leave their employment, so we are planning they could come here during their vacations. So we are looking 1 month to 3 months in each year. Up to 5 years the contract is given, and it is expected that they start a new research program, new research theme, new research design under this program. Then there are two programs by Ministry of Education, Spark and Gyan. Spark is to connect you to the world's top 500 QS rank institutions in select countries, mostly developed countries. And Gyan is to invite best of the global faculties to come here and deliver talks. Then coming to International Connect, India has got International Connect with large number of countries, and you could plan. Now normally there would be a call for proposal, but don't wait for call for proposal, because call for proposal would be open only for a month and you don't have adequate time to prepare the proposal. So the moment you have identified a potential partner, go to the websites, read what are the programs with that countries, what kind of support is available, and accordingly shape up your projects. Also, there are several political platforms on which scientific cooperation is possible. For example, ASEAN, BRICS, European Union, India, Brazil, South Africa, Indian Ocean Rim countries, Non-Aligned Movement, the World Academy of Science. Idea is you can also look for multilateral partnerships on those platforms through scientific engagements. Then this is a list from DBT, how they are planning various program on international cooperation. Sorry. And this is a list from ICMR on their international cooperation. They have engagement with various partner countries, partner organization agencies. So a lot of opportunities are available. But the critical question remains, as I said in the morning, why should any agency support? So there are a lot of options, but why should any agency support you? So basically they are looking for, as we discussed in the morning, novelty, work plan, your own competency, where are you working, what is targeted results, and what you have thought of. So friends, this is just a snapshot of various possibilities from central government and also some of the popular overseas program in India. I would be happy to take any questions from you, and these are my contacts. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You can raise your questions now.
Yes. So Mike will
be. Good afternoon, sir. There is no non-disclosure agreement when we have been submitting our proposal. Then how safe our project proposal is when we are submitting for a project?
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing. Normally, funding agency would ask non-disclosure from the referees or reviewers to give, but funding agency by themselves are not giving it to the PI as of now in India. But I hope this is a good question and we should raise it in future.
Because I faced this thing, sir. Actually, I submitted one proposal. So where there is no non-disclosure agreement, but I've been get selected in DST. But
No. But whether some misuse was reported?
No, still no. But my
No,
question
but
is still.
see, that is what I'm saying. Right now, funding agencies are not giving. So if you are not given, fine. But if there is a misuse, please do report, because nobody should get benefit of your ideas. Your ideas are your proprietary.
Sir, one more question.
Yeah.
There is a proposal for a workshop and internship with some Indo-German or like some countries. How to find with a person who already were in German? Because the question when we are applying for those things is asking like you should know a person from German or...
If you are a good researcher, you should know it. Simply, otherwise I'll say you are not a good researcher. You are not keeping an eye. What are the good works in your domain? And of course, as I said in the morning also, there are a lot of digital platforms, Google Scholar, Scopus, ResearchGate. It will help you. So when you are reading journals, you know which is the areas. So when you go to workshop, when you go to conference, you find someone who is making a talk in area of your interest. Discuss with this fellow. Okay. Nobody can tell you. Suppose, can you tell me, what is your area?
Computer science.
Computer science. Can you tell me 10 faculty in computer science in IIT Madras? Okay. Anna University?
Ishwara Kumar, sir.
No, 10.
Yes, not in 9.
Same problem. You see, problem is there is no software which provides this thing. You have to find. Getting a research partnership in collaboration is something like getting into the marriage. So many people can give you only suggestion, but you need to find appropriate partner. If it works, it's all because of collaborative partners, not because of that fellow who suggested it. And if it doesn't work, don't blame it to them. It is also because of you. So you need to know who could be a potential partner based on your subject interest, based on their approaches. My only personal suggestion is, whenever you are looking for partner, collaborator, don't look who is mirror image of you in your domain. At least subject should be little different. Question should be same. Okay, suppose a fellow, you wants to work on some particular challenge. As a computer scientist, you may be working on large number of subjects. Suppose you are working on weather. Let's just assume for a moment. So you may have some simulation approaches, computational approaches, but the fellow who is deep in weather, fellow has raw data, fellow understands various dynamics. So if you could make up a team, that works better. Similarly, if you have taken a medical subject, you need to work with a clinicians, so that you understand system much better. So that's the only thing I would suggest, but you need to search it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. First of all, I thank the Bhardas University for arranging such a resourceful person here.
Thank you.
I'm having two basic questions, sir. First question is, because we had applied, that is, myself had applied for the past 3, I applied DST, that is Serve Power, for getting the grant. Usually I will get the mail that you won't be selected, because as far as our government aided college is concerned, is there is any percentage is followed for universities, this much grant should be given, this much proposals have to be sanctioned, or for government this much grant to be sanctioned. For aided colleges, 0% to be sanctioned. Is there is anything is to be followed, sir?
There is no reservation.
Oh.
So the only thing we are looking at is that most of them are given on the scientific merit. In some cases, as I mentioned in the morning also, we are respecting gender, geography, less endowed institutions, but giving them only an advantage in terms of 2 or 3%. No reservation for anyone. Yeah.
So another question is, for UGC and INSA, apart from travel grant, any other grant is available, sir, for getting any projects?
Yes, UGC provide research grants. So they are inviting proposal time to time, both for their national program as well as for their international collaboration program.
So before 2020, we used to get the minor project and major project from UGC, sir. But now it's not.
It all depends on the resources available with them. So accordingly, they will plan. So normally grants are annual in character, but sometimes they could be delayed. INSA doesn't provide project grant.
Yes,
INSA
sir.
only provides exchange fellowships and those kind of.
They used to give travel grant as well as conducting workshop, but
Yeah.
now for the past 3 years, that grant is
No,
also not.
INSA is not giving grants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Sir, one more question.
Yeah,
Sir,
okay,
yes,
here.
Sir. Yes, sir. Sir, last year, Anu Sandan has announced one proposal for which we are very happy about, because it took the initiative of including social sciences and human sciences, and it initiated like we can have collaborations with science and technology and go ahead, sir. So that is going to be purely a kind of multidisciplinary. But what kind of percentage, or else how can we make that STEM into STEAM? How much portion of importance that we can give for science and technology? Will science people agree to work with us from the periphery, sir?
No, you see, you don't require scientists to work with you. When you are working on social sciences, you need to see, ANRF is very focused. They are primarily custodian to promote science and technology.
Yes.
what they are looking from social scientists
Yes.
is how science and technology making impact in the society. For example, AI has come. A student, instead of reading, they put assignment given by teacher in the AI chatbot and just reproduce what system has given. So we need to understand how this is impacting our society. Similarly, for example, we have now got AI-induced glasses, which helps blind
Yes.
to know that up to 200 meters around them what is happening, how it is impacting. Earlier, you remember when mobile phone has come, there were towers. People were afraid of that.
Exactly.
These towers leave electromagnetic waves and we don't know what kind of threats they offer. Today everyone is carrying mobile, a tower in the pocket.
In the
Okay,
same way.
so what we are looking for is how science and technology is making an impact in the society, in our social behavior. So you can go for some quantitative approaches, you can go for impact analysis,
Great,
you
sir.
could go, those kind of things. So you don't require to work with actual scientists, you need to just carry on with their results, how a technology has made difference in the society. Like very common I say, when we were child, we were playing outside. These days, thanks to technology, children are at home, they are not going out.
Yes.
Does it make difference?
Those kinds of.
Yeah,
Yes.
on their like physical aspect, on their cognitive aspects.
Great, sir.
है ना? So you need to build your own question in a way they remain social sciences in the perspective, but they are questioning impact of technology.
Science. Thank you very much, sir. There are few similar questions here.
Yeah.
One, Dr. Sundaramurthy Marimuthu has asked a question for your morning session, sir. One common question is about proposals sent from affiliated colleges from any university. Even though the proposal is worthy, fulfilling all kind enough criteria, simply it gets just rejected based on the nature of the institution, that is colleges. Why, sir?
Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Always we are considering scientific merit of the proposal and the competency of the PI. Now, unfortunately, many of the college PI, they forget to continue their research once they get into the employment. So that becomes their weakness. Because PI is not looking, referees are not looking what did you do in your PhD or PDF. Referees are looking what did you do in recent past, how active you are. If you have become dormant for whatever accounts, then your application becomes weaker. So it is recommended to everyone, please keep publishing, especially in the area where you are planning to take new project.
Sir, one more question online. Tilaikarasi Muthuswamy has asked a question, is there any age limit for applying proposals?
There are age limit for certain category, but most of the proposals are open, and like program like Young Scientist or Early Career, they have age limit. Other programs are open to anybody who are in regular appointment,
Yes.
so that their institution could receive grant through PFMS
Yes.
for the faculty for which that grant has come.
One more question online, sir. Kalapati Madhavi has sent a question. Sir, please advise us on the funding areas of commerce and management.
This is my weakness. I do not understand management very well, but I would recommend her to see two particular websites, Indian Council for Social Science Research and All India Management Association, IMA. These two are agencies responsible to promote research in the field of management.
Thank you, sir. Those are all the
Anyone
questions.
in the house? Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Is any funding for publishing papers in Q1 to journals through open sources?
These days, ANRF is providing grants. If the work is outcome of your ANRF projects, then they could consider a part of project grant to be utilized for the purpose. But still in India, we do not have a very clear understanding, and our faculty may end up paying more APC than it deserves. So ANRF has said, the moment you decide, you make a request to them and they will take a call if you should go ahead for that journal or not, or that much APC or not. But in the newer scheme, they have kept this provision. So for example, right now, early career scheme is there, it is there.
Thank you, sir. Sir, for the past 2 years, DPT Star scheme is not called.
Which scheme?
DPT Star College.
DBT Star, it will come. It will come. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, earlier the UGC allowed for single girl child fellowship, sir, and university rank holder fellowship for 20 months. Still it is implementing?
In principle they are, but they have not made a call for proposal at least, I think, for a couple of years.
Yes.
Yeah. But schemes are there, they have not withdrawn the scheme.
Our student may apply, sir?
No, once they invite application, then only they can invite. But right now, AICT Pragati scheme was announced. So, if you are, which subject you are in?
Pardon?
Which subject you are in?
Zoology, sir. Zoology.
Zoology. Zoology, probably AICT may not be interested. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, for each fellowship there could be some age limit, yeah.
So with regard to the question related to the funding for publications in journals, there is this, under ONOS, One Nation, One Subscription, it has identified 100 journals.
Yeah.
And if you get your paper published in these 100 journals, UGC is funding you for that publication.
Very good. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
Just to add.
So we have come to the end of the morning session. Thank you very much for informative session, sir. Both as well as Dr. Ilavalagan. Now we are breaking for lunch for 30 minutes, sir.
Okay. Thank you and have a wonderful afternoon.